Hi friends, good day. Last class we have learned the format of profit and loss account. Today's class I am going to work out problem number 6. From the following information, prepare the P&L account of Best Bank Limited for the year ended 31st March 2016. Okay. So, interest on loans here I have mentioned already. Schedule 13, interest on fixed deposit. Schedule 15, you know that interest on fixed deposit is an expense. It will come under interest on deposits. Okay. Interest on deposit, schedule 15. Rebate on bills discounted is nothing but closing. This should be deducted from, here I have given star mark. This is discount on bills discounted net. It means to be required means this is relating to next year received in current year. So here net has been given. We assume that the last year bills rebate on bills discounted has already been adjusted. So that is why we need to adjust the rebate on bills discounted. So I am assuming this as a closing. Clear? Closing is to be deducted. Commission is nothing but schedule 14. You all are aware. Commission, exchange, brokerage, other income. You all are aware of schedule 13. Tell me. Schedule 13 interest earned. Schedule 14 other income. Schedule 15 interest expended. Schedule 16 operating expenses. Okay. Then interest on cash credits, like a cash credit overdraft. It is an income. Schedule 13. Interest on current account to be paid. Schedule 15 interest expended. Rent and taxes. Schedule 16. You got, I think you should be thorough with these things. What are the items that will be taken to operating expenses? These expenses you need to go through twice or thrice. Then next, interest on overdraft is an income because we have given overdraft on that, bank is receiving income. Directors fees, operating expenses, I told you. PRP, add Alprio. PRP, payment to earn provisions, employee rent, taxes, printing and stationery, add a advertisement, depreciation, director fees, all prio, auditors fees, law charges, postage, etc. Okay, if you can, in the examination, sir, some people they go by this or some people they remember, but I think at least schedule 16, if you remember easily, you can insert it. Okay, right. Then next one, coming back to directors fees, schedule 16, auditors fees, schedule 16, interest on savings bank deposits, the amount is to be paid. Amount is to be paid. It is to be taken as schedule 15, interest on savings bank deposit, interest expended. Postage and telegram, schedule 16, printing and stationery, schedule 16, sundry charges means I am taking as a other expenses. Clear? So bad debt should be written off amount to 40,000. Provision for taxation. Bad debt should be written off 40,000. Provision for taxation may be made at 55%. Balance of profit from last year was rupees 1,20,000. Directors have recommended a dividend of 20,000 for the shareholders. Last class I have explained you bad debts will go to provisions and contingencies. Provision for taxation is to be calculated after adding 13 plus 14 minus 15 minus 16 minus bad debts. On that balance you need to create 55% provision that I am going to work out. Balance of profit of last year will be taken to, here I have explained you last class, current year profit, and this is profit of previous year brought forward. And statutory reserve, current year profit 20% you have to transfer. Okay. And directors have recommended dividend for 20,000 for the shareholders. This is also will go to appropriations, transfer to government proposed dividend. Okay. So now we can start working out the problem. Starting with working notes. First page I am leaving it for writing the format of P&L account. So the second page I am starting with working notes. Let me leave 2 pages. Maybe screen I'm writing, no? So why should there be confusion? Okay, let me start with Schedule 13. Interest earned. Here amount in rupees. Okay, generally in the format they have given, some authors they are not following it. If lakhs is given, they are following it. I don't want to comment on that. Even ICS study, the scanners also suffer some problems. They have taken the total value, but better write in thousands if nothing is been mentioned. Amount in rupees to be written. So let me start with first Schedule 13, interest. We are having few items here. On loans, I'm leaving these zeros. In thousands, I'm writing 259, 259. Next, Schedule 13. Here I'm having interest part on cash credits and interest on current account 223 and 42. So 223 and one more, sorry. Overdraft 154, 223 and 154. 2,23,000 is interest on cash credits. We have discussed cash credits and overdraft in one of our previous classes. These two can be taken as income. Overdraft, cash credit is similar treatment. Cash credit means cash is credited to your account and you can withdraw. Overdraft means even if you don't have balance, you can withdraw money. Both are on cash credits, and overdraft amount is to be the interest will be charged by the bank. So for it is an income for a banker, and for a business it is an expense. So these two things I am taking here. On cash credit, on cash credit 223, on overdraft 154. Okay, 259 plus 223 plus 154. It is coming to 6,36,000. Okay, then discount. We got one more item. Discount on bills discounted 195. From that I shall deduct rebate on bills discounted. Discount 195 inner column less rebate on bills discounted. Rebate on bills discounted 49. 195 minus 49. It is coming to 146. I can write 636 like this. This is not needed. Obviously it is in thousands, no? So 636 and here it is 146. Okay, so this is interest earned, Schedule 13. In that we'll be writing that these amounts are to be taken to interest slash interest slash in income, we will be writing as for the format. You know that what is the format here? Interest earned including interest on interest and interest on discount. These two have been taken. Clear? So then next one. So it is coming to now, if you add this 636 plus 146, 636 plus 146, it is coming to 782. 782. Next, schedule 14. Other income, we are having only one item, that is commission. We are having only one item in the problem, commission. You can see schedule. Commission, if I take out these zeros, it is going to be 8.2. 8.2 is commission. Okay. Then next, this is completed. This is total. This is total. Next, I am going for interest expended, schedule 15. Schedule 15, interest expended. In interest expended, we are having some issues here. What are those here? Interest on fixed deposit, interest on current accounts, interest on savings bank deposits. So, interest on deposit. Fixed deposit, we got current account deposit and savings bank deposit. So we can write these values. Interest on current account is interest on fixed deposit, so 275. Interest on current account 42. Interest on SB 68. So 275 plus 42 plus 68, it is coming to 385. 385. This is interest expended. This is payment. Then next, for a couple of problems, it looks confusion. No need to worry. Slowly, if you practice, you can easily work out. 16. Operating expenses. What we can do actually, operating expenses, you have to go by, if you can go by the format, that's well and good. That is well and good. I told you here, the entire thing you can copy paste. Entire thing you can copy PRP, add, al prio. If you don't remember in the examination, at least operating expenses, whatever the items are there, if you can remember, at least you can work out. Okay, so here I am starting with the same thing I am copying down. Okay. Schedule 16. If you copy down this, it will be easy for you to work out operating expenses. Point number 1. payment to and provision for employees. Then rent and taxes, rent, taxes and lighting. Now I also can go through this. Salaries and allowances. The salaries and allowances will go to schedule 16. Clear to all of you? This is what here I am writing. Operating expenses. By mistake, I have taken to previous class. We got some empty space there. I have written sorry. Otherwise, sometimes there will be overlapping. I got two screens in one screen. This is what I have made a mistake. Okay, payment to and provisions for employees. That is here in the problem we are having. Salaries and allowances. Put tick mark so that we will be knowing the remaining items. Salaries and allowances. It comes under payment to provisions and employee. What is the amount here? 54. Then after that, rent and taxes. Rent and taxes. 180. 18,000. So I am writing here 18. Next, third. As for format, you can see it is printing and stationery. Printing and stationery, here we are having. Printing and stationery 2.9. Printing and stationery 2.9. Then comes after printing and stationery, you can see advertisement and publicity. In this problem we don't have. You can see advertisement and publicity we don't have. Okay. Then after that, after advertisement and publicity, we are having depreciation on bank's property. Depreciation on bank's property. Yeah, depreciation also we don't have in this problem. Nil. Then after that, format. After depreciation, directors' fees, allowances and expenses. Directors' fees and allowances. In this format, it is 3000. I have to write as a 3. Next, seventh one. Auditor fees and expenses. Auditor's fees and expenses. 1.2. Then next, after auditor's fees, law charges 8th. We don't have law charges in the problem. Law charges nil. This is as per format given in the problem, we are going it. 8th, then 9th. Postage, telegrams and telephone. We got it. Postage and telegrams. Postage and telegrams 1400. 1400 means 1.4. It is 14,000. At 1400. 1400 means 1.4 thousand. That's it. 1.4. Next. 10th. Repairs and maintenance. In this case, we don't have repairs and insurance. The next one is insurance. Here, insurance also we are not having. Repairs and maintenance we don't have. Insurance also we don't have. After repairs and maintenance, insurance. Insurance also we don't have. Even this is for you to remember, I am writing. If it is not there, you can avoid it. Directly after auditor's fees, you can go to postage and telegrams. Similarly, after printing and stationery, directly you can go for director's fees. But I think remembering that will be difficult. That is why I am giving the full format. Even in the examination, you can quickly complete it. Only operating expenses, you should be just following the format. Remaining things is simple, no? Repairs and maintenance. Insurance, I don't have anything. Then other expenditure. Other expenditure, we are having sundry charges. Sundry charges I am taking as other expenditure. 1.7. 1.7. Now you can go for totaling of it. 54 plus 18 plus 2.9 plus 3 plus 1.2 plus 1.4 plus 1.7. It is coming to 82.2. So we have completed 13, 14, 15, 16. Now only one thing, I have to go for provisions and contingencies. That will come under working notes. So that also I am going to write after the problem. Below the problem I can write provisions and contingencies. Okay, now I'll come back to the format. Okay, I need to write the name of the Company Best Bank Limited. The heading you know. Best Bank. Best Bank Limited. Then you write profit and loss account for the year ending 31st March 16. Okay. Then see the format here for preparing P&L account. Schedule number, year ended, current year. I told you previous year is not there. Schedule number, current year, amount in rupees in thousands. Okay, current year amount in thousands. Then first one, Roman 1, we write income. Roman 1 income. In that, I'm giving like information like this: Roman 1 income, Roman 2 expenditure, Roman 3 profit oblique loss, Roman 4 appropriation. Okay. For one or two classes, just it will be new. You feel that it's a bit confusing. I mean, remembering the format, not confusion. Here, interest earned, schedule 13. You can fill these things. Other income, schedule 14. Interest earned, under that, what is that we'll be getting? We have already learned in the last class. You can go back and see. Interest, schedule 13, 782. You write here 782, nothing but 7,82,000. Schedule 14. Other income 8.2. Expenditure. In expenditure, you learn that interest expended, operating expenses. You can see format: operating expenses, provisions and contingencies. You can write the format. These all are fixed. Provision and contingencies. This we need to go for working notes. Provisions and contingencies, working notes number 1. Now interest expended, already we got it. What is interest expended? 385. What is operating expenses? 82.2. 385 and 82.2. Schedule 15, 385. Now this provisions and contingencies we shall find out. So that I am taking working notes here. Provisions and contingencies. In this, I've already told you, I told you bad debts, provisions and contingencies. Provision for taxation, I have to calculate. I'll come back to that. So first let me write bad debts, this is 0 omitted. 40,000 has been given, I've taken 40. Then provision for taxation is nothing but schedule 13. Income we got 782 plus 8.2 minus schedule 14 385, schedule 15 82.2. And then we also got bad debts now here. This is schedule 13 plus 14 income minus expenditure minus bad debts. On this is what we called as profit before taxation. Simple words. On profit before taxation, you are calculating at the rate of 55% as per the instruction that is given. So you can take the calculator. It is coming to 782 plus 8.2 minus 385 minus 82.2. You are getting minus 40. Just a minute, my dear friends. 782 plus 8.2 minus 385 minus 82.2 minus 40. You are getting 283. That is equal to 2,83,000 into 55%. It is coming to 155.65. 155.65. 155.65 is nothing but provisions, and that is what is that called as provision for taxation. If you add, you will be getting 195.65. Now this is to be taken to provisions and contingencies. You are getting 195.65. Okay, now you will be getting profit or loss. You can see here profit or loss for the year. So today I learned what is to be taken to provisions and contingencies. Provision for bad debts or bad debts, and in this problem we are having provision for taxation. These two items to be taken to provision for provisions and contingencies. Now, here I am writing now after getting the profit, net profit. So what is that I can do? Actually, I have to go better to go for totaling of it. Total $782 plus 8.2, it is coming to 790.2. Okay, then 385 plus 82.2 plus 195.65, it is coming to 662.85. This is a total thing. You'll be getting net profit for the year. In brackets I am writing 1 minus 2, that is 790.2 minus 662.85, it is coming to 127.35. Just for one or two problems, it is new to you. Once if you are using it, I think you can able to do it. Similarly, we also got some profit of loss of current year brought forward in the problem. Balance of profit from last year. Profit brought forward. Brought forward means obviously it is prepaid only. Previous year only, sorry. 120. Then you can go for totaling of it. Last year profit plus current year profit coming to 127.235 into plus 120. It is coming to 247.35. Then you have to go for appropriations. Appropriation, I have already shown you the format. Transfer to statutory reserve 20% of current year profit. We don't do any other reserves, but we got proposed dividend, and then balance carried out to balance sheet. These three things I should write now. Now, appropriations, transfer to statutory reserve. Here I am writing working notes number 2. I told you it's a current year profit, no? Current year profit is to be transferred to statutory reserve. Amount to be transferred to statutory reserve is equal to 25% of your current year profit. We got current year profit here 127.35. Not 25, sorry, 20%. Previously it was 25%. Old books, it has been updated. 20% of 127.35. It is coming to 25.47. 25.47. Then, as for format, you can say that transfer to other reserves also we are having. I have shown you already. Transfer to other reserves is nil. Transfer to other reserves is nil. Then we got proposed dividend. Given in the problem 20,000. 20. That's it. Now we need to find out balance carried over to balance sheet. $247.35 minus 25 point appropriation. No, out of this profit we are deducting appropriation, then you will be getting balancing value. So 247.35 minus 25.47 minus 20, you'll be getting 201.88. Or what you can do, my dear friends, you write this value here, Roman 3. This is balance carried over. No, balance is nothing but balancing figure. In the examination, don't write here, just this is for note I am giving. 201.88 is to be carried over to balance sheet. This is how you have to work out your problem. Clear to all of you? So this is a simple problem. In fact, you don't have many adjustments on this. So I don't want to rush the things here, my dear friends, today, because you have to be thorough with the format part. You have to be thorough with the format today. If even I can take one more problem, which I don't want to rush. This is finally form B to be taken. This is solution, and 13 detailed information we are having. What are the item 13, 14, 15, 16? So by tomorrow, when I take the next class, by that time you should be familiar with this. Tomorrow, one or two problems I am going to take on profit and loss account, and one problem are about balance sheet, one or two. Then comprehensively, I wish to work out the latest problems from your study material. So that model generally you can expect in the examination, right? I think this is about your today's class. I hope you got the clarity of thought on this. So we continue our discussion in the next class. Till then, goodbye. God bless you all. Just a minute. This is to be underlined. Okay. See this 1000, whether it is given or not, better you omit it, or if it is in lakhs or crores is given, you write the same value. Okay. Okay, thank you.